And I don't care about tonight, 'cause when I dream I feel alive. And I don't care if this is wrong, I just to keep you in my world. And I don't care about tonight, 'cause when you're here I feel alive. And I don't care if this is wrong, I choose to keep you in my world. Yeah. Will you remember? Will you remember? Will you remember that time when we used to feel like this? I know I won't forget. Will you remember? Will you remember? Will you remember your tears and there is no sense? 'Cause I know I won't forget. Will you forget? 'Cause 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 I won't forget. Reason of this, 'cause I know I don't want to forget you. Lean again and try to find your place. It's in front of your beautiful face. Should I try to say this again? 'Cause growing up sometimes could be so hard. I don't like the way life works. Should I be like all the guys? Lean again and try to figure out the point of this. I'm tired of this fakes. Goodbye. Once again the road is far away of what you want. This time I won't say anything. I'm done. Will you remember? Will you remember? Will you remember that time when we used to feel like this? I know I won't forget. Will you remember? Will you remember? Will you remember your tears and there is no sense? 'Cause I know I don't want to forget you. And I don't care about tonight, 'cause when I dream I feel alive. And I don't care if this is wrong, I just to keep you in my world. And I don't care about tonight, 'cause when you're here I feel alive. And I don't care if this is wrong, I choose to keep you in my world. Yeah. Will you remember? Will you remember? Will you remember that time when we used to feel like this? I know I won't forget. Will you remember? Will you remember? Will you remember your tears and there is no sense? 'Cause I know I won't forget. Will you forget? 'Cause 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 I won't forget. Will you remember your tears and there is no sense? 'Cause I know I don't want to forget you. And I don't care about tonight, 'cause when I dream I feel alive. And I don't care if this is wrong, I just to keep you in my world. And I don't